And into the match we go, straight into the pistol. BC Game on that T side. Simple having a look-see in that middle area, nothing doing, as it's a strong hold by Eyeballers. Look to build a stronghold on this CT side in general. Andu in a 1 versus 5 made 3. Trying to isolate these fights as best he can. Going to get more difficult though with his HP.
Yeah, it's not a good look here for Andu. Andu makes you think of Andor. That's a Star Wars show that's really good. But Andu is not long for this world. He's trying to extract maximum value here, though. Will someone give me a chance? But look at the discipline on Eyeballers. This is also something where, you know, if a team has a lot of reps, it's easier if it's a goal of the team, if it's the value of the team to play really disciplined, to really have that be super conditioned.
Urgency from Andu though, not giving up on the round at all there. Trying to get everything he can, and you can always find something in a pistol round as long as you have the time. Rolf is, I was going to say is in a good spot, but if you can't see, then he's in a bad one. Next needs to hold onto his rifle as best he can, spreading the wealth. M4A4 magazine size is definitely a strong point. Now Simple's turn to try and find something from this. Playing in the relative dark. Eyeball is looking well illuminated.
What happened to all the Glock fades? I feel like that was like the flex.
Yeah, it's just currency now. But I mean, they've got those are like emerald Glocks. I had one of those for a while, but I just thought, yeah, I'm not really more so when it comes to the knives. But anyway, we've got the AKs out now for BC, who are looking to send it straight into the B bomb site. We've got double nades towards the side. That's not what they are. Sassanito waiting for a peek, and the W's will continue. Again, safety in numbers here on a B bomb site. We've seen it before, but they're not getting any mileage just yet. Sassanito on the site, able to trade his teammates Electronic. New man on the squad again, been here for 2 weeks. Somewhat of a stalemate as they wait for the utility to come and go. That bomb needs to get planted before these smokes are gone.
Yeah, holding position and looking for any CT plays. It's very difficult, of course, to plant that bomb with all these CTs ready to spam. And there is the fight. JW with 2 off of the FAMAS. Not a bad result at all. And that really puts Sassanito and Andu in a difficult spot. Oh, what an angle. That's crazy. The transfer attempt looks beautiful, but it doesn't land. JW gets so much value out of the FAMAS.
Back and forth in the initial rounds. Just a clean 3-0. No orbs just yet. Again, BC looking to abuse the numbers. Someone's got to take a bullet for the president. But will they be able to follow up on that promise? Oh, no bullets needed. Andu will be delivering onto Dex, which may make it retake territory for the CTs. Again, bomb plant will be crucial here. Electronic being real careful about where he chooses to plant that bomb. Now, how much more damage can BC do?
That's a good question. Nice double peek coming on through from Andu, getting the kill. Nexa also trading off 4 players. The numbers are definitely with the T side, and it continues. JW now. Oh my god, absolutely shut down by Simple. And that's a beautiful round, and I kind of love the brute force approach from BC Game. Quite wary of this, but they are spread out on their defense, and so now B is somewhat weak, and this might be exploited by BC Game. The forward ramp position is what is quite strong for the CTs, but Andu taking down Dex is going to be problematic here now for Eyeballers. They've got to get reinforcements to this B site, especially now that Rolf is going to go down. So the B is now in a good spot to be taken. And Simple, or rather Electronic, is going to get removed from red. So that does give opportunity for the retake 3v3 for Eyeballers to make something of this.
Yeah, Eyeballers leaving red room by design. Had an interesting position in CT spawn, but I think they were just getting a little bit restless and unsure as to what BC were up to. Maneuvered their pieces and ultimately the wrong way. And this is looking to be a very painful run for them indeed. Again, really lacking in util there.
this is a great comeback into this game. We get the buy coming through from Eyeballers once again. Simple is sitting on $10,000. That's very nice, isn't it? Lots of money there for the T side. The mid assault comes on through. Flash over the top of this smoke. The 1v1 there from Andu. Great entry found. And once again, we know the BC Game like to work with this mid position. Good defense. Dex trying to do something there. They don't want to give up the positioning for free. And a forward spot for JW, but Exa is also prepared to support his team. So this very fast-moving round is well and truly going BC Game's way. Or is it?
This CT half is starting to feel like one of those where you rarely have your full buy with all the weapons you want. No kit for the final two. Bob XD looking for Sassanito. Wrong end of the stick for him though, which leaves Rolf with minimal options. It'll be the last one to fall. And that will be BC taking the lead then after a 0-3 start.
From BC Game, it actually doesn't seem that might be unlikely. Here we go, straight into the site, potentially pausing at the ramp. Maybe looking for some counter grenades, but there is actually not any counter grenades just yet from the CTs. And now, after pause, we make our way into the site. We're getting singed a little bit. Not too many places for Nexus to stand, but he's got that forward position. Rolfo takes him out, so replaced now by Electronic as Andu tries to entry from the other side. And this is starting to feel a little suffocating for BC Game.
Yeah, Eyeballers' approach to B is so interesting. BC just can't find the frags. Yes, they've got the bomb plant, but what else have they got to show for it? Nothing yet. Nothing whatsoever. Sassanito, the last man standing. Oh, great patience. He sees absolutely no one, and they all get smoked. I mean, they've got plenty of money, but it's so interesting. We'll see what he does on this occasion. He is the grenade man at the beginning of this round for the riflers to look to find something. But again, Eyeballers more or less disengaging. They'll leave one in donuts. Repositioning Assassinito gets dropped. Challenging puzzle to solve. Does JW dare re-peek? Of course he does, because he's JW. BC crab walking towards Red Room. Oh, great angle from Simple though.
Yeah, so that's one way to do it. All the trade attempts not going to find anything. Simple coming back with a vengeance with the D-Law, making his way forward.
He's carrying the bomb as well. Just racing towards Red Room, looking to frag. No fear whatsoever.
Doesn't want to let them get away with it. But in the meantime, his teammates on the flank have got annihilated. So he's in a pretty tricky situation with Electronic now. Of the past Na'Vi duo. Long time ago. Now, how on earth do they make their way through this position? Rolf, he really is everything right now for Eyeballers. He could seal their fate one way or the other, and he's going to be bypassed. So they spot his position. If they can take him down, that would be great. But look at the delay now. 20 seconds to plant the bomb. This is not a good look right now for BC Game. Simple is looking for someone to make a misstep, for some air in the discipline, for someone to give him anything. But they're not doing it. Simple going deep. The quick scope is not going to find anything. And once again, Eyeballers with so much patience, really allowing that to pay off.
Wonder if they'll feel compelled to find different ways to get a pick before throwing the bodies up the ramp, because that is not having the result they were looking for. Dex looking for a second one there, won't quite get it. That leaves a 4-on-4 with a minute 20 for BC, which is great news for them.
Yeah, lots of room to work with at the moment. And Eyeballers, they're in that spot where it feels uncomfortable. They don't have information. They are going to be pushing A long, but you don't get necessarily a lot of info on A long because it can still be an A play through mid, donut, and red. But it is a push all the way through. And that's going to start answering some of these vital questions. But Sassanito taking down JW makes life a little bit scary now for Rolf, who's got it coming on all sides. Able to take down one at least. But it's a 2v3 retake now for Eyeballers, which really does seem rather challenging. But good timing in on the back is there for Bob. Let's see if Bob XD can do this.
Maxter caught on the site. Bob XD will trade. Can he find the last two? He has a kit, but he is running out of time. Got to get his skates on. It's half the info. Long spray from Simple. Looks like he's going to hold it. Is anyone going to peek this? They've got the wallbang position as well. He's just robbed it right in front of them.
Oh no. No. That is not what the plan was, gents.
I'm not sure if he ate the flash or not, but his timing was such that he was able to continue. Eyeballers had the info, but more or less that it was going to be B. Got that rotation. JW still getting picked off, leaving Rolf on an island. But here we are with daylight robbery from Eyeballers to take the lead once more. Electronic drops early as there's a fight in mid. Maxter getting the best of BC for the moment, and there's no real response. Last two left, walking to B without the bomb. Once again, looking for anybody to frag.
Yeah, this is a little difficult. That C4 is so far away at this point, and Dex is going to shut it down. Eyeballers, really coming back into this half after, some struggles. They did win the pistol, of course.
As BC stay committed to B.
Into red we go, and this does give you so many options. Lots of close ranges as well. Nice opening, though, from Nexus on the defense. Immediately dealt with, though, so that will give Eyeballers a 3 path to that A site for the plant, so the money is guaranteed now. So that's the first job done. Now they just have to close the rounds, and in comes the rest of BC.Game.
There is the smoke for Sassanito. He's picked up Nexus kit. So things could get a little ugly if they can find an angle to even throw this smoke. First, they need to deal with Dex, who's got 14 frags now, looking for a 15th, denied by Electronic. Now, did he put a smoke on the bomb? These guys don't really have an angle for it from this donut position. This is going to be awkward now. He's going to go for a big swing. Electronic will deal with that. JW trying to find the angle, but he doesn't have one either. They planted the bomb in such a fashion that no one could defend it properly. And taste of their own medicine then. BC with a defuse in the smoke. That's going to draw the attention of Simple. There's no one on the ramp though for B. So BC, it looks like, need to find a way to rotate over towards A. As Nexus finds himself in a spot of trouble. He getting dropped by Dex is going to be a problem for BC. There's a smoke stopping the B players from rotating over. This is nervous territory for them. And at this point, the round might be over for BC.
Oh, that makes it even worse. Yeah, it feels so common that this is the outcome in these rounds. That the first kill onto Nexus, I think that, of course, it is the case, or almost always, that the initial 1v1 is going to be one of the most impactful ones. And it's just so difficult. BC.Game have, okay, I was just going to say maybe they have a chance for one more kill, but no. Shut down, clean round there for the Eyeballers.
For the whole squad, 4 rounds down of Eyeballers. Just a few away from taking the first map. May require an individual effort from the squad. Pre-fire from JW with the Mac 10. Just AW things, sending it in there. Saw Nexus hop in the corner and came in with full confidence, causing utter chaos. That's the JW you want to see. But BC.Game looked to be in a lot of trouble now. Dismantled immediately in round 17. The wheels have barely started turning in this second half for the CT side.
Yeah, it's definitely a depressing scenario for BC.Game, unable to pretty just place their own initiative onto the map. Just constantly on the receiving end, which I suppose is always you're always going to be on the receiving end as the CTs for the most part, but they can't even hold on to their guns in a lot of these saving scenarios. I think that's one of the things that makes it even more brutal. As we see Simple here getting hunted. We would love to keep hold of this M4, but they've now spotted him, and they have some time, and oh wow, BobXD just going to take him down. So goodbye every single rifle again for BC.Game.
Of course, $3,000 in the bank for Simple. He'll opt for the FAMAS though. Oh, he's gone for a full force. Okay, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. You have to wonder if this might be tilts here. He had the money for an AWP in the next round. He's opted to force buy into a FAMAS, while the rest of his team keep about 1,500 in the bank. Looking to take matters into his own hands, though. Perhaps it could pay off for him. Simple, what are you up to, sir? Oh, he's running lower than ever. Almost took out JW as well. God.
He's had enough. He's actually had enough, James. I respect it. I actually respect this. You know, they're 6-11 on the score line, so they really need to get back into the game now. Otherwise, you're playing against Matt Point. And now Bob XD is looking to hunt. He's looking for a way to save the round, but the bomb is very lost, and Nexa able to easily finish him off. And that is, hey, you're going to get back into the game. That's a great way to do it. And now the money's looking even better. There we go. We get the mid smoke. We'll see if there is a way to come back into this one. Eyeballers looking for the shock and awe approach, going for a straight up rush. This is such a smart round to call this rush in. And look at the timing. Electronic is completely caught off guard. He is so lucky to be alive right now, but he's very weak. 15 HP and now spam through the wood. He goes down. Casanito is also out of the round. And just like that, everyone gets completely destroyed. Simple, forced to save. Can't even participate in the round again.
Yeah, Electronic completely caught off guard. Did not see that coming whatsoever. And again, there's nothing to be done. Your whole team have died, and you've just been staring at the walls. Eyeballers will move to 12. I mean, again, it was fascinating to watch when Eyeballers were on the CT side. There are the T rushes towards the B bomb sites. Simple will be allowed to get involved into this one with the AWP.
Fighting for mids amongst the flames, and that is a very important initial kill that Nexus is able to get. He finds the follow-up to the trade attempt is unsuccessful for Eyeballers, and now they're on the back foot, having to backpedal away from the B ramp as well as the space is constricted. And BC Game, they're in control right now. We'll see how long this lasts. JW is going to try to make the play. Here's the drop down. It is the next fight. It's given to him, but he can't land the shot that he needs to. And it's gone.
BC want to limit the losses here without giving up too much space in what remains of this round. As it's still dangerous with 3 players alive. That will certainly help, however. Max has got 10k. So Eyeballers, there is an argument for them to try and take some guns away if they can. Not proving to be successful just yet. And JW's got all of 5 HP. BC trying to mount a late comeback. But stringing rounds together has been a struggle thus far in this second half. 25 seconds for JW to decide what he wants to do. Rolf and Maxter both with $10,000. Dext with 8. So he can try and find some frags. Hello. He will be traded, so they will be spending a little money, but they'll get an AK for their troubles, this CT side.
And you know, the way that they arrived into this position. And for Simple to get the 3k with the FAMAS and the dink onto JW to then bring them to this spot is pretty impressive. So we'll see if they can continue holding here. It starts off again with this mid defense as they have that crossfire set up, and it looks like Eyeballs want to challenge this.
Wielding the AKs, many of which are on the server with the CTs also. Still, BC will lose that mid position. Nexa in donuts. But again, so quick, so many losses for the CT squad. Nexa creeping through the smoke, but Rolf is ready for it, which leaves Simple versus 4. Now he's on position on that B bomb site. DJW, he can hear him running. I have to go for the quick scope now. JW rounds the corner. Swing and a miss from Simple, and the end to a very difficult CT half for BC as Eyeballers take the first map. And especially with Simple, like, you want to see them succeed. But again, it was looking quite tough for them on that first map. Maybe things can be different in the second, but again, statistically, that was the most favorable situation for them. Electronic popped on CT of A as the bomb site is taken. We do have a lurker for Eyeballers as well. Bomb's been planted, and only Andu and Sasanito remain in what could be a very brief pistol for BC.
Yeah, not looking all that good, and here we go. JW on the flank. He spots Sasanito.
He's got a knife.
Like a predator. Prowling at night. Oh my god, he gets eaten. What? that was a twist to the tail. Didn't expect that ending. That was
know he wants the knife. Oh, I love watching JW. He's never changed, and it's exactly what we need. You know, it's just that kind of DNA, that personality is just so important for Counter-Strike. Man, wonderful stuff. Immediately, straight off the rip. And imagine if he does get the knife there. So they could have started with an AWP in this round, BC. They have chosen not to. Simple didn't have the money. Could have had a drop either way. He's gone for a play through the underpass. In the meantime, JW will dismantle the players in Connector, continuing to be a problem. He was with the MAC-10 in mid on the T side of Ancient. They're just unable to respond to that. Again, like, this has got to be a mega frustrating game for BC already, but they do have 2 players remaining in a 2 versus 3 now. So it may not be over just yet. Simple. I think he might have been heard falling off there. I'm not entirely sure, but he'll be moving to join his teammate in CT. Neither player has a kit, however. So what really is the goal here? I think all the goals are being scored by eyeballers at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it's difficult because the pacing is really, really fast, and it just seems like BC Game can't slow it down enough. But now, you know, there's been such a pause from eyeballers that I think, you know, they're having to ask some questions right now. BC Game kind of need information, and eyeballers who were in the mid to B lean are now going back towards A. And there is that fact-finding mission. It will find JW in mids, was put in position by Connector, and now he's gone.
Just starting to creep in now up that ramp. Great timing on the molly, and there's the information. Electronic dropping decks. Nandu's here to play also. Third man in Connector for BC. 17 seconds. And the bomb gets to the bomb site at this point. Trying to make their way forward, and there will be some frags. Sassanito around that smoke, catches the bomb planter and Max to the cover. No trade for eyeballers. And BC with a good hold. Electronic's turn to be out the window now, making his way up mid, and BobXD maybe sensing threats will fall back. Help maybe on the way from JW. He's racing there as fast as he can. Ooh. Coming from BobXD, does not see the position in close left. It's very awkward for all concerned now. BobXD swings. JW will trade, however. And suddenly things they speed up really quick. Eyeballers with only 2 players remaining. Next has got a good angle on Maxter. Does he dare go further, though? Could be problematic if he does. Catches Maxter, which leaves JW with a lot to do. He's got a bomb at the very least, but does he consider Nexa being close around the corner? He might do now after no one's... Oh, no, he doesn't at all. Great movement from Nexa. 3 surviving for BC. You can see them discussing the AWP, but still not fancying it.
Makes sense not to pick it up.
Yeah, the window is not going to be playable most of the time. So are you going to be in the one and done spot likely to be traded? Could be a question with regards to that AWP. But who knows, maybe very different on the T side. They will lose Sassanito though.
However, there's a couple players with no helmet. So with a stroke of luck, Andy can certainly have a good defense. But look at the creep. They're going to get as close as possible before alerting the presence. And there we go. Presence now alerted. Well, that's got to mean at least 2 players as Andy falls off and is going to communicate to his team. And so there's a pretty good shot for the retake here. There is some retake utility. A smoke, a flash, an HE. Limited, but definitely important.
BobXD on the flank as well. Looking to cause some shenanigans in B earlier on. Electronic kind of half cleared the apartments, but didn't catch his position. They'll never see this coming. Does he find 2? Needs to start acting quickly before all of his team fall away. And he will do exactly that and do a Nexa drop, leaving Electronic in a dicey position where he's running out of bullets as well. Down to the USP versus the AK pulled out by Maxter. And that is an unfortunate loss for BC. And again, good positioning.
Okay, well, looking great for eyeballers right now. Okay, this is the play that we saw work for BC Game previously, trying to shut down this A-ramp position, and Andy going down as quickly as he did is problematic. Look at the scaling now for Eyeballers. They're getting pretty deep, but Simple is in a position to have an outsized impact on this round as he creeps forwards, needs the time to take down the second player. He's done it, and that leaves Maxter. But with the bomb ticking, there is still opportunity here for Maxter. That smoke is a problem, but maybe not. Now, Sasanito, yeah, perfect timing, coming in from the underpass, and it's being shut down. BC Game, they are in it still.
Yeah, very difficult situation that Eyeballers are giving BC. Again, really just uninterested in the AWP. Don't necessarily have the money for it in this round. Perhaps Nexa did before he bought nades. Either way, finding comfort with a different approach. Simple is a very capable rifler, though. And he will at least drop Bob XD as Sasanito is off. There are problems on this B bomb site, though. Big problems.
Okay, Simple takes down JW. Here comes Maxter. Picking to Hunts and get into a nice position here. This is really very strong now. And Simple will be challenging next. Will he be checking this? Not really, not correctly at least. And Maxter, with the smoke, that surely shuts down the chances. Now, I don't know how they managed to push through this. Now, that bomb is deeply ticked, and that's going to be another round for Eyeballers as they look to maybe try to hunt down some of these guns. Andy trying to take the fight into his own hands. It's going to be forced to fall back now. And it looks like they should be able to hold on to these rifles. But this is... Eyeballers just really seem to just be outperforming BC Game time and again here.
Maxter with 11 kills so far. Instant nades out in mid for Eyeballers. 6-3 scoreline now. 5 AKs for the squad. Bob XD getting riddled with bullets by Simple, though. Who's continuing to get some important frags in this. Dueling now with JW in mid. He'll be dropped top mid also. The dry peek from Eyeballers, but Electronic will collect 2. This is a good round for BC. This keeps them in the fight. Very low on cash. Don't want to lose anybody. They don't have to. Andu has a look. Sasanito will trade. Just the one player dropped will be great for BC. Yeah, it's odd. It's like he's trolling the audience. But there we go. You've got to play your own game, as they say. This has proved successful before. Oh, the HG's not worked in Andu's favor there. And the numbers are here for Eyeballers. This is surely the green light for them to try and close the distance. Multiple pistols once again. Electronic trying to stay alive. You can see his teammates have got the angles. He needs to buy time for that rotation towards CT as well. And once more, Simple proving to be very important on this CT side. As Maxter tries to do what he can, but it's Simple once more to shut him down. 11 frags for Simple now. Not engaging much in that mid position. But again, we've got Andu waiting with the jiggle. Can he find one? Can he find 2 here? Spots Dex, but there's an instant trade there from Maxter. That's the bomb spotted, which will mean rotation. JW trying to entertain in that short area, but it's Bob XD who's got the impactful angle. But again, too many steps. Sasanito, here's the wide swing from him. And it will be one more round secured at half-time for BC.
Great stuff there. I mean, it honestly was such a labored half.
Again, Eyeballers offering them plenty of difficulty in that first half. But now maybe BC can do the same. Numbers game here on the A-bomb site. Walking into a crossfire. That will be solved by Simple and Electronic. Sasanito will be a needed expense. Electronic, though, not expecting Bob XD to have such an angle as he's looking to chase in CT. Simple's found a USP. And with the Andu frag, that leaves JW alone now as he faces both. No bomb plant necessary. All headshots. BC take the round.
It's a way for you to gather information. And we'll see what information is to be gathered. We'll get some mid aggression, though. We're trying to run across and gets caught by Andu Dex. That's a huge kill, though, found onto Simple by Rolf in return. So 1-1.
Yeah, Bob XD is in trouble if he falls here. Oh, the timing with the grenade. That's exactly what BC needed. There's no one in position to do anything about this bomb site now. 2 players stuck on ramp. Electronics still lurking. If they start running, that's so much information for BC. JW is so alone here. Eyeball is still looking for a lurker or trying to understand what's happening. Not quite a full commitment just yet. Perhaps there is a chance. Swinging now. You can see he used the sound of that molly to try and move a bit faster, but just can't find an opportunity. HE's too far away from Andu, and again, his 2 teammates are still stuck on that A bomb site where Electronics trying to molly them from Sandwich. Eyeballer's turn to be uncomfortable then on the CT side.
I feel uncomfortable. I must readjust. Okay, I'm good. All right. BC Game on a string of rounds. This was the map that I think we at least I expected. I don't know what you expected, James. I never asked you. How presumptuous of me. But I expected this to be a much better game for BC Game than on Ancient. This is, you know, where they have the most reps as a team. So
I'm a keen observer for this series. BC currently leading by 4. Sassanito dropped early by JW.
In go the nades, and Eyeballers have a decent setup here. Rolf looking to get active. Oh, you gotta hit that one, and that is going to be a problem. Simple hits his kill as well, and suddenly BC Game are just going to roll on through. Roll on through, and the bomb is making its way across now as well. So, and Eyeballers with the economy that they have, it's not feeling great. I mean, they could try to go for it. They have enough in the tank, I think. That's with the loss bonus, they could still get a good.
How do they plant the bomb though? Because we've got a CT on short. We've got CTs in CT as well. So where do they plant the bomb? The bomb's still on ramp. Might be paranoid about crossing the jungle position onto the bomb site itself. So this still feels a bit nervous, and there's room for failure. JW's got incendiary also. That bomb is being planted though. And no challenge. You can see there was a molly on short, which was very key. So planted for that short position. They had the util to take the angles away. JW's been sitting in CT this whole time, but as Bob XD gets popped, it becomes awkward. There's no kit for shenanigans as far as JW is concerned. Still simply holding position. But really, is there a way to win this round? I mean, that bomb so far ticked already as he starts to look towards the bomb sites. There's no kit though, so what is he up to?
Wants to cause chaos.
Oh, but he can't afford it. He can't afford it.
Yeah, down we go. Again, at least they have quite a sizable loss bonus, but yeah, I didn't notice that also. You know, they had such low amount of time there. BC Game. You know, had they, it was very smart, as you say, for them to starting to come into their own here on this side. Although it doesn't look dominant, looks quite precarious at the best of times. 2 opening entries onto A previously were really nice. Now we find another one. Sassanito finds JW towards the B sites. And this is going to open things up. Trade attempt there in mid. But Andy delivers a defense too. Bad to worse for Eyeballers here suddenly.
Lots of noise being cut. 5 still standing for BC. As they zone in on the A bomb sites. The lurker in Sassanito is dropped. And it could still be some time for some nonsense here from Eyeballers. They are rotating towards the A-bomb site. Rob had the right idea there. Maxter holding CT, looking for a spray. Oh, just above the head as well.
Simple and Andu are very low on health here. Very good chance for Eyeballers to make their way in and find these kills. Good time left on the bomb as well. Nexus goes aggressive. Huge play from him. Taking down the ticket player, and that's going to give him such a strong position to play off the after-plant defense with now. It gets really difficult for Bob XD and Rolf. And now time really is starting to become a huge factor in this. Good timing on the peak from Nexa, gets it done again. And he was the only healthy player, makes everything happen for BC Game. And they will secure the round. And not just the rounds, but this is going to be map point.
Progress. We've overpassed just around the corner. I'd be shocked if we didn't see more AWP on that one. JW will have the sniper once again. That's a lovely shot from Rolf. He has support from JW with the AWP in CT also. There are many T's here once again. A rare sniper shot in this series so far. Leaving 3 for BC. There's a flank on the way as well for Eyeballers. Nexa and Simple remain. Plenty of cash for them. They need to find some frags. Simple won't be doing that. Nexa with many targets coming his way. Just the one frag as Eyeballers claw another round. One of very few in this second half. Doing a lot of work. More is required though for Eyeballers if they are to survive here on Mirage. Seen really early frags in many of these rounds. JW lost again, as is maxed up. A minute 35 on the clock and 3 remain for Eyeballers. This spells trouble for the CT side.
It certainly does. Still back in though, with the bomb has not made its way to a site. BobXD gets traded out, but still 2 versus 3, but well over a minute left. So highly favorable, of course, for the T side. And we have a creep in. Palace 1v1 there is found and won by Rolf, but at the same time, Rolf will lose his teammate Dex. All on his shoulders. He has no idea about what's going on the map, and so he's going to run a knife out into Simple, and that's BC.Game taking map 2, forcing it to a third. And yeah, we're going to be going all the way here with these two teams, James.
Yes, I think a lot of people will be happy to see that. Double Julie's out for Eyeballers on the CT side. I've been impressed with Eyeballers so far. They've run a tight ship. Again, they did lose by a big margin on that second map. But there's definitely promise in the squad. Let's see if the same is true of BC here on Overpass, making their way onto the A-bomb site despite losing Electronic.
Yeah, got the bomb sites. They've got banks, so they got to control the money. That's the important part, isn't it? As the rest of Eyeballers make their way up Banana. There's a flank here, though. Sassanito is poised, but Maxter is cognizant. Very nicely done from the remainder of Eyeballers as they make their way forwards. They are scaling quite rapidly here. This defense from Nexa needs to be huge. And that is absolutely gigantic. One more player to go, though, to finish off the clutch. BobXD with the swing, and he's going to make it happen. And there's plenty of time for the defuse. Violent pistol round, one that Eyeballers will win. And being on the CT side of Overpass.
It seems there may be a mission to clear Connector here. Positioning himself well to not give too much shadow as he rounded the corner for toilets. Perhaps he'll find JW, who is just waiting around this one. Oh, not quite checking. And that is a very important AK lost immediately.
Get the numbers in as close as possible. Try to overwhelm. A chance at a bomb plant. I mean, it's looking slim, but we'll see if they can do it. Into the site they go. Through Monster. Nice quick thing, but Rob has support. Although 2 opening kills, and suddenly the bomb plant becomes so possible.
Feeling nervous for both squads now. Maxter trying to find an angle, but he has been spotted by Electronic. That's a really important frag. JW is in the red. Now he's gone. That leaves Dex to consider his options in a 1 versus 3. No kit on his person. A play towards Monster. So, new man to the squad. Been here for 2 weeks, but you can see there is some synergy there. Good timing on the utility for him to have a look, but as he does, Simple and Andu will be lost towards long and in the party area. And that's a very strong start to an Eyeballers who are really looking to take the reins in this game once again.
Yeah, I mean, this was a strong position they were in previously when they kind of gave up what was eventually a monster push from BC.Game. We'll see if they can manage to convert this advantage here. Okay, well, JW going down Banana certainly opens up the map. A minute to play with. For Eyeballers, they're deciding to play tight together so they can help each other out, but ultimately they don't have much on A to respond with.
Dex may be relying on the shadow angles here, but he'll also be relying on his peak timing. Not expecting that one from Nexa. And now there are problems for eyeballers. No util for the retake. M4s versus AKs. There is a little util for BC also. Electronic holding on the site. BobXD rounding from bank, clearing the angles. None of these three players have a kit. They need to act quickly. Next will concede his position to throw that molly. You can see the CT's looking to round the corner and drop him. And they'll catch Sassanito as well. And there will be plenty of time to defuse that bomb. I love that eyeballers play every map. They refuse to be counterpicked. Oh boy, what a swing from BobXD.
Mr. Bob.
Electronic trying to be a nuisance in that short B position.
BC Game favored on the odds now. 30 seconds to go and time is becoming a problem. This feels quite committed now for BC Game. Into the B site, they don't have anyone around bathroom, so they are going to have to shove the B bomb site. That's not really a choice. And look at the incendiary timing there. 25 seconds. Incendiary gets tossed. It's burning, not burning any players, but it's burning the clock. And right now, BC Game are getting surrounded. They're going to have to fight their way out of this situation. Good entry to start things off. And Andu with a second kill. It seems so unlikely, but he manages to make it work. Still a player monster causing problems. Is Rolf able to slow this one down? 3 seconds. They have to commit to the plant. It's got to be defended, but Simple can't get the kill in time. But the planter was not protected. You must protect your planter. Perhaps the questions will be answered. Simple gets the kill onto Dax. Around the bin. The party bin. And JW fighting for Connector also gets taken out. So all these 1v1s from the CTs are just being lost. Is he going to outgame himself here, James? Because, you know, at this point, which direction does he go? Who does he find?
Yeah, all he's going to collect is a potential lurker here in Electronic. So I don't know 100% if BC have decided where they're going. Trigger discipline from BobXD as he tries to understand what else might be going on here. Electronic gets deleted then, but the play is ultimately going towards A. Maxter creeping the corner, finding the tower of humanity, but there's not much he can do about it. Eyeballers have been outmaneuvered, and it becomes a case of holding on to what remains for the Eyeballers. That AK will be very important indeed, as well as the Kevlar. Perhaps another rifle to be collected should Rolf dare to go back there. Still towards B for the time being. Could definitely do with an upgrade. Oh, he's found himself an M4A1 rather, which is nice. But yes, Eyeballers certainly on the back foot now. Maxstar, JW, Dex with a combined $50 at this point. Does not bode well for the CT side.
Bob.
He was seen.
Bob is dead.
Had the shoulder pads on.
Pour one out. Who should have someone playing anti-flash. That can get kind of scary honestly for both sides. So it's like Eyeballers are looking to just play passively instead. They're actually rotating back towards A at the moment. Oh man, this pause of pace has worked out phenomenally well for BC Game. This site is much weaker, but still, it does not matter. They burn. Bob able to take down 3 players, and this defense on the paper looks weaker, but is actually so strong.
What an incredible defense. No losses whatsoever. Nil point. Now Simple will have an AWP. Things starting to change then on overpass. Sassanito not ready for Maxter's position, which is a great boost for Eyeballers. 5-on-4 for the CT side is very handy. And they've got a lot of map control still. I mean, they are heavily invested in the A area, but they have much info. And another 1 Joule. Surely BC have to charge B now.
Surely. A monster is now breached by the T side. They are setting it up Simple at the back with the AWP, but they have given a lot of time here for the CTs to get into position themselves. Ooh, some damage there through the smoke. Electronic takes down JW. More work to be done, though, still for this T side. The spray comes on through. It's looking good still for Eyeballers on the defense. The bomb is still not down, and it gets harder every moment. Nice trade from Simple, but he is by himself, looking for the next play. And he's Water. Oof. Can he make this one happen? He's tracking him through the wood, but Maxter comes around the corner and shuts it down. Eyeballers are back in it. Move it around the map and find openings that way, but we'll get the typical aggressive start towards the A side of the map for the CTs. Oh, fast monster play. This might completely blow up the defense, though. Great spray. Oh, it can't get much better than that. 4 players dead immediately.
Man like Rolf, leaving it all down to Simple. Oh, he's running low on ammo, and you know the Let Me Ace is being called, and there is the last one for Rolf, who completely shuts it down, dropping Simple as the last one. He'll certainly be happy with that. That's a great, confident way for Eyeballers to close out the half, catching up with BC, and look at this shutdown. Wonderful work, stopping them all in the tunnel. There's just nowhere for them to go. Finding Simple towards the end there as well, desperately trying to reload and not be a part of that.
Well, we have a strong setup at the B side for BC Game immediately. They're looking to go through short B to challenge this one. Get the dualies up close. It's always a good look. Andy, it's going to take down JW. Good support from Casanito. And suddenly, only 3 left for Eyeballers. And they have some decisions to make here. Looking to move towards the A side. Definitely from what we can see, it looks like as good of an approach as any that they have available to them at the moment. But Simple is, he's waiting. He's waiting for frags.
Watching one.
Some money.
Importantly for Eyeballers, they are together. Like that movie out in cinemas now. Then there were 2, Rolf and Dex, trying to just get something out of this round. Flank on the way, and maybe that provides an option for them. Well, there were 4 players alive for the CTs. They would imagine there's probably more, but they're almost all in front of them. And that will be plenty for BC to close out the pistol. Patience paying off. Starting things the right way. It's the one that looks diseased.
Yeah, it's like a well-worn...
just a nasty-ass butterfly knife.
Yeah, I can't remember what the actual...
Let's see what Sasanito can do here in Connector as JW is creeping. He's got Maxter as well for the double peak, which... Oh, it will be enough because Sasanito runs out of bullets. 3 remain for BC. Problems early, looking to do something through this Connector position. And that's the bomb carrier as well in Dex, making his way over to the site. But BC choose the slow game. Of course, they don't know the bomb's there. Otherwise, maybe we see something very different indeed. JW trying to hold angles now at the truck, or Optimus if you prefer. They'll go for a relatively safe plant, but Rolf will be dropped by Electronic, making it a 3-on-3 retake.
Yeah, that frag makes this even thinkable this round. Oh, tapping at distance. That is a huge find. And suddenly, this gets uncomfortable for JW and Dex. They're going to move together through... Are they going to both wrap through bank? That could be interesting, but they're going to hold the position down here instead. But around the corner, the perfect weapon for the job, perhaps. Next over the MP9 might be causing problems. For JW, he's going to announce his presence running around the site. And now they've been spotted. Next, it takes down Dex. And so too will JW go down. And that's enough time for the defuse. Very well done there by BC Game. What a retake. There honestly so many very difficult scenarios there. Eyeballers with that focus towards Banana. Actually, almost everybody going through Banana right now. And the shadow spotted. And that's a good flick from Casanito. Ooh, has to drop on the second one. And that's going to be a problem. The trade comes through. Scaling further Eyeballers to the site. As Simple falls back. Oh, that is a stunning connection. Very, very nice from Simple. All the way back at bank. And he is depositing the kills. Lovely stuff.
That's what the fans have been waiting for. They will be taking short B, just as we saw from Electronic and BC in the first half. Simple on the rotation after yielding nothing from that boost. And again, just like we saw from BC, just running in. BT's able to defend as well, lighting up the Eyeballers. And for Eyeballers, this could be the end of the line. 1 versus 5 for Maxter. 6-12 around the corner. Unless a miracle is performed. He's got over a minute, but he is about to be pinched. Trades are on the way, as is match point for BC.
It's just kind of hard to know what to go to. So you just have to dig deep, obviously, find that confidence. But speaking of confidence, Castanito, he's had insane fights from this position. He's going deep here into the playground. Oh, he might get caught out of position. Flashbang from a teammate, and it's perfect. And, well, it's actually too good. It blinds him, which actually makes it bad. James.
Simple still having a look. Can't be expecting a repeat like that. But you never know with Simple. Not wanting to give up too much here. He will dance around the utility of eyeballers who have 1:10 on the clock to find a solution. We can see on the radar that there may be more problems than solutions here for BC as the bomb is lost now. Andy with a flank drops Maxter, and that bomb will lie on a cold floor. Making his way down though could be a problem. All the T's coming his way, which is really killing time for him also. Killing time for eyeballers, that is, because they've lost so much map control to all have to go and retrieve it, which provides BC with the funky angles we see now from Electronic as he looks to burn even more time. JW in the red, Simple holding angles, waiting for them to make their way. 25 seconds to get a bomb plant. They found an open bomb site. JW has the right idea, but the wrong timing. Simple with the HE grenade could be utterly fatal. Indeed, it will be. Trying to finish it with style points may give Dex a chance to plant this bomb.
Do you ever expect Nexa coming in from the back from the monster tunnel? He's going to find a headshot position. Oh, but Nexa still, he locks it in, and he's going to seal the deal for BC Game. They will take out eyeballers in 3 maps. 13-6 here on Overpass. And you know what, James? I just wish Simple had hit that jumping no-scope.
Yeah, that would have been very Simple-esque.